Welcome to the special symbolic expression segment of CEC Gurukul live lectures. In this we have today our special guest Manisha Sharma, who will be taking care of this special segment. In this part, we will be talking on the impact of stress on the physical health. First we talk on cardiovascular health. The chronic stress can have a detrimental effect on cardiovascular health. The continuous activation of the stress response system can lead to increased blood pressure, heart rate, as well as elevated level of stress hormones like cortisols. Over time, these psychological and physiological responses can contribute to the development of hypertension, that is high blood pressure, and increase the risk of heart diseases, heart attacks and the strokes. Next we talk on the weak immune systems. The prolonged or intense stress can suppress the immune system, making individuals more susceptible to infections, illness and slow recovery times. The stress hormones can interfere with the immune system ability to function optimally, impairing the body defense mechanisms and increasing the vulnerability to various pathogens. Next is your digestive issues. The stress can disrupt the normal functioning of the digestive systems. Next is your increased inflammation. Chronic stress triggers an inflammatory response in the body. The stress hormones and pro-inflammatory are released, leading to a systemic inflammation. Prolonged inflammation can contribute to the development of various health issues, including autoimmune diseases, chronic pain conditions, and an increased risk of certain types of cancers. Next we talk on sleep disorders. The stress can significantly impact the sleep patterns. Persistent stress can disrupt the sleep-wake cycle, making it very difficult to fall asleep. The difficulty in the sleep is a common way of the stress manifestation. Chronic sleep disturbances resulting from stress can contribute to fatigue in the daytime, impaired cognitive function, and increased risk of obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular diseases. Next, we see the manifestation in the weight fluctuations. The stress can influence the eating habits and lead to a weight fluctuations. Some individuals may turn to food as a way of coping with the stress, leading to overeating and choosing unhealthy comfort foods like sugar and fat. This can contribute to a weight gain and a risk of obesity. On the other hand, some individuals may experience a loss of appetite and unintentional weight loss due to stress-related suppression of appetite and changes in metabolism. Next is a muscle tension and pain. Chronic stress can cause increased muscle tension throughout the body. Prolonged muscle tension can lead to physical discomfort, pain, and development of headaches, migraines, neck and back pain, and muscular aches. These symptoms can impair a daily functioning, decrease the productivity and negativity impact overall quality of life. Next we have is a skin condition. Stress can worsen the existing skin condition or contribute to the development of stress skin related issues. The stress can trigger and increase the acne problem and other types of skin diseases, inflammation, decreased immune system, and altered skin barrier function. Next we talk on respiratory problems. The stress can have a negative effect on respiratory health, particularly in individuals with pre-existing respiratory conditions such as asthma or chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases. Stress-related shallow breathing, increased muscle tension, and hyperventilation can actually create a breathing problem and respiratory disorders. This can lead to increased episodes of wheezing, shortness of breath, chest tightness, and decreased lung functioning. Next we have is a hormonal imbalances. Chronic stress can disrupt the delicate balance of the hormones in the body. Stress hormones such as cortisol can interfere with the normal functioning of endocrine system. This can lead to hormonal imbalances, irregular menstrual cycles in women, fertility problems, and disturbances in the reproductive hormone levels in both males and females. Hormonal imbalances can have the far-reaching effects on various aspects of physical health and well-being. It is important to note that these physical impact of stress can vary from individuals to individuals. Recognizing the sign of stress, implementing the stress management techniques, adopting a healthy lifestyle habits, and seeking the appropriate medical care can help mitigate these effects and promote the overall physical well-being. Now we talk on symptoms of stress. The first symptom is fatigue. Fatigue is a common symptom of stress and can manifest as persistent feeling of tiredness, lack of energy, physical or mental exhaustion. Chronic stress can disturb the sleep patterns, leading to insufficient rest and contributing to feelings of fatigue. Additionally, the body stress response system, when continuously activated, can drain your energy resources and leave the individual feeling worn out. Next is a headache. The stress can contribute to the onset of the headaches, including the tension headaches and migraines. The stress-induced muscle tension in the head, neck, shoulders can lead to the headaches. Additionally, stress can affect the blood vessels in the brain, causing the problems of dilation, which may trigger the migraines in an individual. Next is your sleep disturbances. The stress can disturb the normal sleep patterns, leading to difficulty in falling asleep, staying asleep, and experiencing a restful sleep. The heightened arousal, raising thoughts, and increased level of stress hormones can make it very challenging to relax and unwind before the bedtime. This can result in insomnia, fragmented sleep, or poor sleep quality, leading to a daytime fatigue and reduced the overall well-being. Next is your changes in appetite. The stress can influence the appetite and eating habits in the different ways. Some individuals may experience an increased appetite, more craving for food, leading to the bad health conditions. This can lead to a weight gain and also decreased appetite, which can lead to losing of unexplained weight loss. Next is we have the mood swings. The person changes the mood because of the high level of stress. Individuals under stress may experience moodiness, anxiety, fluctuations, physiological and psychological impact on the body and the brain. Next is your memory problems. The stress can affect the memory function and cognitive abilities of an individual. Next is your withdrawal and isolation. The bad effect of stress can lead to a desire to withdraw from social interactions and isolate one's own self. Individuals who are under stress may feel overwhelmed, fatigued, and emotionally drained, making it challenging to engage with others. Withdrawal and isolation can stem from a sense of needing to protect oneself, a lack of energy to socialize, and difficulties in experiencing emotions to the others. Next is your increased irritability and the anger. Stress can contribute to a heightened irritability, impatience, and a shorter fuse in individuals. The ongoing strain of stressors can lower the tolerance levels and make individuals more reactive to triggers. Feeling of overwhelmed frustration can manifest as increased anger in response to minor frustrations or the challenges. The next effect is your racing the thoughts or difficulty in quieting the mind. The stress can lead to a state of heightened mental activity and the racing thoughts. The mind may become preoccupied with worries, negative thoughts, or a constant stream of concerns. Difficulty quieting the mind can actually disrupt the focus, the concentration, and lead to feeling of mental restlessness, and agitation. Next is a feeling overwhelmed or unable to cope with the everyday life task. The chronic stress can create a sense of being overwhelmed or unable to handle the daily responsibilities and the task effectively. The demand and pressure of stressors may exceed an individual's perceived ability to cope, leading to a feeling of helplessness, lack of control, or being stretched too thin. Next is your loss of interest in previously enjoyed activities. The stress can reduce the motivation and enjoyment activities that were once very pleasurable. The preoccupation with the stressors and emotional strain can actually overshadow the ability to engage fully in hobbies, social events, and other activities that were previously enjoyable. Next is your restlessness. Stress can lead to a state of restlessness, making individuals feel not able to relax. This can manifest as a physical restlessness, and stress can contribute to this restlessness. Next is your frequent infections or weakened immune system. Stress hormones like cortisols can suppress the immune responses, making it very harder for the body to fight and recover from illness. As a result, individuals under the chronic stress may experience more frequent infections or a prolonged duration of illness. Next is your rapid heart beat. The stress can trigger the physiological changes in the cardiovascular system, leading to an increased heart rate and the sensations of a rapid heartbeat or palpitations. The release of stress hormones and activation of the sympathetic nervous system can contribute to these cardiovascular systems. Next is your sweating or clammy hands. The stress can activate the body's fight or flight response, leading to a physiological reactions like sweating or calmness. These responses are a part of body's natural stress response system designed to prepare for perceived threats or dangers. It is important to note that these symptoms can be associated with stress. They can be indicative of the other underlying conditions. If you are experiencing persistent or severe symptoms, it's advisable to consult with a healthcare professional for a proper evaluation and guidance. Next is your stress and academic performance. Stress can have a significant impact on the academic performance. When students experience a high level of stress, it can interfere with their ability to concentrate, retain the information, and perform well in exams and assignments. Stress can be caused by various factors: academic pressures, deadlines, workload, fear of failure, competition, personal issues, and external expectations from family or society. Chronic stress can lead to a mental health issues and also impact the academic performance and can impair severely your cognitive functions. Stress can affect the memory recall, and the students will not be able to retrieve the information while writing their exams and presenting the information. This can result in their lower grades and the performance levels. The stress can also impact the time management skills and productivity. The students overwhelmed by stress may struggle to organize their task, meet the deadlines, and leading to incomplete assignments and the rushed work. Students under significant stress may experience a decline in the motivation and with their studies. This can lead to a lack of interest in learning, decreased participation in the class, and reduced the overall academic performance. The impact of stress on academic performance can create a vicious circle. The poor academic performance can cause additional stress and create a continuous loop of underperformance and increased stress levels. Effective stress management strategies can help in mitigate the negative impact of stress on the academic performance. These strategies include developing healthy study habits, time management techniques, seeking support from teachers, counselors, friends, family, peers, and practicing relaxation techniques. Engaging in the physical activity and maintaining a balanced lifestyle, seeking help for mental health issues. Educational institutes play a very crucial role in addressing the stress-related issues. They can provide the resources and support these systems such as counseling services, workshop on stress management, and promoting a supporting learning environment to help the students cope with their stress effectively. Now coming on to recognizing the signs and symptoms of stress. The first is your physical symptoms. The first is your headache, fatigue, muscle tension, stomach ache, changes in appetite, sleep disturbances, emotional and behavioral symptoms like withdrawal, isolation, restlessness, lack of motivation, cognitive symptoms like negative thinking, self-harm, self-criticism, rise in memory issues, forgetfulness, feeling anxious, decreased self-esteem, and other behavioral changes. So, in the end, we can say it is important that everyone experiences the stress differently, and the combinations of these signs and symptoms are also different. The coping mechanisms of stress is also different. It is advisable to seek the professional help from a healthcare provider or mental health professional. Thank you so much.